So you want to work on your core strength, but you don't have nearly enough strength to do crazy stuff like this. Where do you start? You've come to the right place. I'm going to walk you through 4 of my favorite exercises for absolute beginners to start building your core abdominal muscles. Let's get into it. You can do every one of these exercises at home, and I'm going to walk you through each one of them. The first one, we're going to get on the floor here, lay down on our back. We're going to make sure that we keep our lower back pressed into the ground here. So by doing that, by contrast, we have to lift our shoulders just a slight bit. And if you can't do it that way, just put your hands under your glutes, like so. We're going to raise our legs into the sky, making this nice 90-degree L shape, and we're going to bring that to our chest and back. That's the first one. This is called a reverse crunch. And we're going to do that for 30 seconds. This next exercise is called the dead bug. So we're going to have our shoulders off the ground like we had before, making sure our lumbar spine or our lower back is pressed into the ground as well. This time, as we raise one leg, we're going to raise the opposite hand as well. Boom. Right there, trying to touch our toe. And alternate. Dead bug. And you'll definitely feel this in your abdominal muscles. You should want to grab around your shin area. And if you can't do that, it's perfectly fine to just grab your knee. But just make sure you are alternating throughout the entire process. And notice how I never let my hands or shoulders touch the ground. And I'm keeping my lower back pressed into the ground. For this next exercise, we're going to start off on our knees, and we're going to get in a kneeling plank position. What I want you to focus on is how I have my scapula protracted, which basically means I have my shoulder blades pushing out away from me. My shoulders are also shrugged away from my ears as a body cue. And as you can see, I'm on my hands and knees, and as I lean forward, I'm going to squeeze my glutes. And as I'm squeezing my glutes, you'll definitely feel the core activation. It's important that you squeeze your glutes as you lean forward. I'm squeezing my glutes as I lean forward, protracting my scapula, pushing out, and I'm definitely feeling that core activation. And we're holding this as well for 30 seconds. Here we are, we're at the last exercise here, and we're already set up in the perfect position. If you've ever seen anybody using, you're wondering how they built strength up from the ground up to do that, I'm going to show you something that simulates that ab wheeler rollout. So, as I said before, we're on our hands and knees, scapula is protracted, correct? And we're leaning into our hands, and on top of that, we're squeezing our glutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk our hands out until we reach a position where the tension is too much to handle. And then we're going to come back to neutral. During this entire process, you can see that I'm keeping my scapula protracted. I'm pushing out on my shoulders, trying to stand tall through those shoulders in order to support my body. And I'm squeezing my glutes the entire time to maintain constant tension on my abs. Now, you definitely don't have to go out as far as me. Just go until you feel that the tension on your core is just right. And for most people, that'll be 1, 2, 3 spaces. Around 2 to 3 spaces is where you'll feel a lot of great tension for beginners. And if you're a little bit more advanced, you can go 4, 5. Again, try doing that at least 2 to 3 times a week, each of those for 30 seconds, 2 to 3 rounds, and you'll feel your core strength steadily increasing throughout your journey of beginning fitness. I hope this helps. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Strict form only.